Hi, I'm Stacey Jones. I'm here at Fringe Central. I'm meeting with the writer and director of Lives of Our Times, Judy Pissarro-Grant and Caitlin, I'm sorry, what was your last name again?
Carradine.
Caitlin Carradine. So how are you ladies today?
Good. Very good.
So how's your show been going so far? You just had the one show so far, is that correct?
We had one show Thursday night and it was
Went
great.
without a hitch.
It was fantastic.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about what Lives of Your Times is about.
Well, it's 2 acts. The first act dealing with the past and the second act dealing with the future.
It's a dance theater piece. It's got tons of stuff going on. We have live music, we have poetry, we have dance, we have acting, and some fancy performance art, some crazy sets, so a lot to see.
Yeah.
So how did this piece come to be? How did you come to work together on this piece? And what made you decide that you wanted to put this up?
We've worked together before, and I knew that the Fringe Festival was coming up, and so I asked Judy if she wanted to do something together.
And I was like, are you kidding? Of course.
That's great. And you guys are the one show over at the Actors Company.
That's right.
Yes.
We've got one more performance Thursday the 23rd, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's great. So how has your Fringe experience been so far? Has it been good?
With Fringe, everything has been great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
great.
such an incredibly nice, supportive, amazing, well-organized group.
Yeah.
And we were not paid to say that.
Thanks for saying that.
It's totally true. It's been great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about your show or about maybe your production company?
It's lots of fun. We have wine at intermission.
That's always good. That's always good. I think because we have this like bizarre shared sensibility, but also totally different way of working, that it's an evening with a lot of contrast, tons of different stuff, a lot of range for the audience, a lot
Yes.
of different moods
Yeah.
that they'll pass
There's
through.
something for everybody.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's great. Well, ladies, thanks so much for taking the time to come over and do an interview with me, and I really hope your show is successful.
Thank you so
very
much.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Stacey Jones. I'm here at Theater of Note, where I just saw Em O'Loughlin was a big fatty boomba, and I'm here with Em.
Hi
How
there.
are you?
I am at the boom bar. I'm the boom bar you've been looking for.
Great. So I really enjoyed your show. It was a lot of fun, a great story. So tell me a little bit about what it's about.
So, okay, basically the short synopsis, ladies and gentlemen, it's the show of how I made my ass look smaller simply by pulling my head out of it.
So tell us a little bit more about why you decided to put this together.
All right, well, it is a show about a huge weight loss. I lost 85 kilograms, which I think is, how much is that? It's about 160 odd pounds in
that's great.
in American speak. So I lost a man without actually having to get divorced. And I thought there'd be women out there desperate to find out how that works.
That's great. So how much do you have other shows going on here? The rest of the Fringe?
Look, the rest of the Fringe for me is 3 shows, so get in early, people. Come down and see us either here at the Theatre of Note or at Fringe Central. We'd love to see you along. So it's going to be a very short season for me. But then I'm off to the New York Fringe later in the year, so looking forward to that. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. So I'll get my swimsuit out and you can come and see me in that too.
So have you done a lot of Fringes before this one?
I've done Adelaide Fringe. I've also done the Melbourne Fringe as well. I'm originally from Adelaide, and it's a fabulous Fringe over there. And Hollywood is very reminiscent of that for me. It's a very lovely community and a wonderful, warm culture.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for letting me come to your show today. I had a great time.
Thank you for coming along. Thank you for laughing. I love you.
Have a great run, Em.
Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Stacey Jones. I'm outside of the Theater Asylum Lab, where I just saw That's Funny, You Don't Sound Black on the Phone, and I'm here with Jaquetta Satmari.
Hi.
How was your show today?
It was fun. I had a bunch of friends come in, and then also some just people off the street and people I've met at the festival actually came, like audience members.
That's
so cool.
great. So tell me a little bit about what your show is about.
My show is about my experience growing up as kind of an outsider, African American, not really knowing what it meant to be African American, and having people try to define it for me in kind of a negative and narrow way, and how I came to figure out that whatever it is that I'm doing, that's African American.
That's really cool. And you came here to the festival last year. Is
Yeah,
that right?
I came with the same piece, and it was much rougher. It was more of a reading workshop. But the experience I had was great. I got awesome feedback, so I decided I wanted to give it another run and make it more theatrical.
That's great. So when can people come to see your show?
The show is going to be, the best show is going to be at Fringe Central on the 25th at midnight. That's
Oh,
going to be an
cool.
awesome show. But you can also see it at Theater Asylum every weekend, actually, of the festival.
That's great. Well, thanks so much, Dakota. I really enjoyed that I finally got to come see your show.
I'm glad you got to see it too. Thank you.
And I hope you have a good run and that I'll see you around the Fringe.
Cool.
Hi, this is Becky Miller, and I just saw Dreams of a Dead City. And here is the cast. Hello, cast. Do you all want to go down and kind of introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name's Melissa Slava. I play Miss.
Wonderful.
My name's Maureen Chessis and I play Amy.
Great.
I'm Masha Stavron, Mr. Eyes. Caitlin Globely, I play Sue.
And I'm Adam Briggs, I play Exclamation.
Fantastic. So can you guys, maybe for the audiences that are going to come, like give them an idea of, you know, what to expect when they come out to see the show?
Expect the unexpected. Turn off your phone. For heaven's sake. Get your phone on. Be called. It's very interactive. We do.
Perfect.
It's all about tech.
Don't be afraid to answer the phone.
Yeah,
Just
true.
do it.
Yeah,
You're going to
we
screw
might be
us up,
calling.
man.
I know. When you don't answer the phone, we have this moment of, right, where it's like, it's the dog and pony show starts, and it's usually me ad-libbing and yelling at her. Answer your phone.
So is this your first LA Fringe Festival for some of you, all of you?
I think for all of us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all going to be virgin.
Individually and as a company.
Great.
Both. Yeah.
How was the experience so far?
It's been good. It's interesting because you don't have as much like tech time and time in the space as you would during a usual run. So we've had to adjust very quickly to our new home here at Open Fist, but I think we're doing fine with it now. Yeah. It helps that we like each other and we have interesting material to work with, right? It's not something that any of us I think have ever done before, and that's a lot of fun. You know, because you never know what's going to happen. you just never do. It's a lot of fun. So.
Do you all know where the show kind of originated or how the idea came about? Perfect. There's a soul who might know.
Yeah, I'll just move the chair over here so that way.
Sure.
Circle. Essentially, the show basically came out of a conversation me and Greg were having about stuff we wanted to work on. Greg wanted to do Fringe, and I was like, oh no, I don't know, because there's going to be 200 some odd shows, it's going to be hard getting an audience. And actually, we had another really nice house today, just like we had for preview. And so we started talking, having conversations. We started talking about Lovecraft. We started talking about being in LA. We started talking about noir. And the whole thing about Fringe is you can actually try and push the envelope a little bit with that audience. You can essentially do things that are essentially taboo in other ways. And so it's like, well, geez, should we talk about sex? Should we do gay marriage? I mean, what are the taboos? And then it's like, you know what? What if the fucking audience walks in and they leave their cell phones on? And starting with that premise and marrying it up where we were at, we basically started coming towards this story. Also, what wound up happening is we had a social media workshop that LA Stage Alliance put up, where we were talking about Twitter and Tumblr and how we're living in like this social media age. And actually being part of TCG for the conference, which is why I'm like talking about a minute, because I'm just hyped up on Coca-Cola. But essentially, disclaimer.
The director is now completely high.
But essentially how we're living in a shift age, how basically we're moving towards this other way of being able to live in our society, that there's like this ability to have our real selves and this other self that exists in this other space. And I think if anything, this play exists as an LA tech sci-fi fable. It's basically how we can start to use, myths are basically always trying to retell eternal truths. And that's essentially what this is doing. It's just that you come in with your cell phone on, you come in, we try and prep you as best we can for the experience. Unfortunately, my sister just left and said, where was the video of our kids? And I was like, oh yeah, didn't you see when I was telling everyone to read the boards and in your program? And they didn't know to hit the YouTube video. But we have a video package that comes in on your phone, so you can actually have sort of the experience that we're talking about on stage in terms of living in a very hyperlinked sort of a way. And I think that's sort of like that was some of the difficulty of attacking this particular play in terms of staging it. Well, what do I know? What is my character doing? And how is the character interacting with other characters? And sort of like, can I look at them? Can we not look at each other? How does this other person exist? And it was sort of the closest I imagine we get into directing, Beckett kind of stuff, and with Beckett, it was like, well, we're really going to talk about the human condition in a very specific way think that sort of almost like it begs, well, what's universality in that? Is like if you really get into it, you'll find it. But I'm sorry, I've been going on for like 3 minutes now. I don't want to take the whole video. But does that answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely.
I had several others.
Yeah. So what other show dates and show times can people come out and see the show?
Show dates and show time.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
At 11 p.m.
Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Or tomorrow at 11 p.m. That's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, June 19th at 11 p.m. Monday, June 20th at 10:30 p.m. And then Thursday the 23rd at 11:30 p.m., which is our final show. The other thing that I should say that we're doing is living in a media age. We're actually having folks, we give them the option to be able to tweet during the show for the next two shows. And essentially they're tweeting stuff about the show. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put like 13 of those the best tweets together, basically a tweet sonnet of sorts, and that's gonna be a review that basically we're gonna put together that the community is giving us as they're watching the show and having a chance to experience it in that way. So that should be interesting. I think either me or Greg are gonna have to read this, and we'll have a little video that we're gonna tweet. And the other thing too is Mr. I is still tweeting as well, so he will continue to be a presence. Mr. I will continue to be a presence.
And you can find us at Company Strange on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, great. Thank you very much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the show is Dreams of Dead Fist. Please come out and see it. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Stacey Jones. I'm here at Fringe Central. I saw Nafia yesterday with Anton Ray, the playwright, and Michael McIntyre, the director. And how was the show? I know you guys have had a couple so far.
Good. Great.
Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of success.
So, Anton, maybe you can tell me a little bit about the piece.
The piece is set during the American invasion of Al-Basra. It takes place in a home that's been bombed out, and a couple of Iraqis take refuge. And, Americans come along, use it as a casualty collection point, and it goes from there.
You have anything to add to that, Michael, about maybe what it's about, the themes, or?
I would say, overarchingly, it's a lot about innocence thrust into dangerous situations, and also about understanding and people attempting to understand each other.
That's great. So you guys are both part of a producing company together, Warrior Poet, right?
Yes, indeed.
Can you guys tell me a little bit about your company?
Yeah, we started up back in 2007. We came out of Cal Arts. We were all students there, and we did some projects together and realized that we had a very similar work ethic, which we later discovered had come from our background in either martial arts training, military training, things of that nature. And we began developing a philosophy of art and work based off of the idea of the warrior poet, the merger between the tenacious, disciplined warrior's spirit and the creative, generative artist.
That's great.
There's kind of to put it all in a really good nutshell, there's an old saying in my family that dates back before we recorded history, and translated into English, it's for all that you can create, you must be able to destroy, and all that you can kill, you must be able to heal, or you will never be whole. And we work a lot with the idea of like a whole person. And because today in everyone's modern, over-specialized world, for the most part we aren't whole people, because people work in their very specific field and never actually experience the actual full range of human existence.
That's great. And for those of you that don't know, Michael and Anton have also been helping us out, the Fringe staff this year. They've got their little lanyards on. So they can be found at Fringe Central almost all the time during the festival if you want to ask them questions about their show or their company. They still have some more shows at Fringe Central, is that correct, guys?
That's correct.
Yes, indeed. And another note, any Warrior Poet event, class, or show is always free for any active service member or U.S. military veteran.
That's great. And also probably one of the shortest shows in the Fringe, so you can squeeze it in at any time, right?
It's easy to schedule.
That's great. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have an excellent run of your show. I really enjoyed it, and, Fringe on.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Becky Miller, and I just saw the sum of my parts, and I'm here with
Michael Lowen. Hello.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Becca. Becca.
Thank you very much. Is this your first Hollywood Fringe Festival?
It is my first ever Hollywood Fringe Festival,
Nice.
yes. It's the first time I've ever... Well, was last year the first year?
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't know about it. I heard about it after last year, and then I was like, oh, I want to do it next year, and I did.
Are you glad you did? Are you enjoying the experience?
Oh my God, I'm so glad I did it. Yeah, I'm very much, take two. I'm very much enjoying the experience. I'm gonna whine for 1 second. I have a lot on my plate right now, a lot of jobs, work. I'm doing all these, I'm a costume designer. I have all these jobs and shows I'm doing right now. I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't have all these other things so that I could focus more on this show. Because when you do a one-man show and you write it and you put it on, it takes effort and energy and time. And I wish that I had more time to dedicate to this. But the festival happens now, and I had to just get my shit together, and whether I was completely ready or not, here I am doing it. And I'm a little tired, a little sick, a little overextended, a little worried, and blah, 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 but I'm glad I'm doing it, and it's a great experience, and the people at the Fringe Central, they're all so nice, they're so supportive. I love the whole idea of the whole theater community with people doing all these shows. It's amazing. I wish I could go to more shows, and I wish more than like an average of 3 people came to my show or performance. That would be nice. But yeah, it's a great experience. I love the idea and the concept, and I'm happy to do it. And hopefully I get to do it again in future years and be more like ready and prepared. And I think when you do something for the first time, it's the learning experience, and you're kind of finding your ground. And so next year I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'll be like, oh yeah, that I can do it standing on my head. Probably not, but yeah. God, that was a long answer. Sorry.
I bet you could do it on your head if you wanted to.
Well, maybe not on my head. Lying on my side, maybe.
That might be a little more comfortable for you. So do you want to give maybe a brief description about your show, or what like an audience can expect to come out and see?
It's very gay. It's also gay, and there's a little bit of gay. No, I'm just kidding. No, my show is, it's autobiographical. It's about myself. I've always felt that I was meant to be a woman, and I've always felt insecure and ashamed about it and struggled with it, finding acceptance and finding who I am all throughout my life. And it's about me, it's about my journey to accept both sides of my gender, to stop looking at my femininity and this thing that I've always considered a problem or a handicap. It's about me discovering that maybe it's a gift. It's a gift of man and woman, and being happy and proud of that, and looking at the gifts and the positives in that, and embracing myself the way I am, realizing that I'm fine the way I am, and I should explore how this is a gift. And the message I want to send to everyone is that we all have our insecurities and our handicaps in one form or another, and that I think, that makes us all relate to each other. But we should stop making the things that we should stop looking at our insecurities and our handicaps as bad things, as problems, and start looking at them as gifts, and the things that make us special and interesting and cool. And just realizing that we're all okay the way we are. We're all fabulous the way we are. And that's the message I want to send to the world.
Fantastic. What other times can we come see your show?
This was it. No, I'm just kidding. No, Sunday, tomorrow, is it the 19th? At 7 p.m. Please come. I have no one coming. Really, I don't. I have friends. They don't come though. I'm like, hello, where are you? Thursday, the 23rd at 10 p.m. and Saturday, the 25th at 8 p.m.
Fantastic.
And maybe there'll be more shows after that, but with the way the audiences have been, probably not.
Well, you absolutely should come out and see it. It's an excellent show.
Thank you.
Really good stuff. Lots of things to think about. Good message to take home.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Michael.
Thank you. Give me another hug, Becca.
It's a great show. Come out and see it. Hug time. Bye.
Hi, I'm Stacy Jones. I'm here at Comedy Sports, and I just saw Yellow Dress, and I'm here with the star Marissa Litchwick.
Hi.
How was your show tonight?
It was pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not 100% happy, but definitely, I think that's with every actor.
Yeah.
Just always
Of course.
strive for perfection.
So tell me a little bit about what your piece Yellow Dress is about.
It's an adoption story. It's about starts off with a young girl, and she finds her way to America. She gets adopted, and then she just sort of goes through a lot of identity issues in America because she's Korean and, in this family of 10, and then she decides to go back to Korea where she finds her birth family, and through that process, she ultimately finds herself.
So have you ever done a Fringe Festival before?
No, never. I just got out of graduate school. It's my first one.
That's great. So are you enjoying yourself so far?
I am. It's scary and it's really nerve-wracking, and I think it requires a lot of courage. So I'm trying my best.
Definitely. No, I think that you showed courage, definitely, from the very first moment of the play, I would say. But can you tell us when people can come to see your show if they haven't had a chance already?
Yeah, please. You can come next Friday at 7 p.m., which is the 24th, or next Saturday at 9 p.m., which is 25th, or you can come to both.
That's great. Is there anything else that you want to say?
I just want to say, please come out and see the story. I know that as a performer and being out, in the world of theater, that I seldomly see pieces about adoptees. And so I feel like I'm making a contribution to that community and offering a voice that I know I've never heard before.
Well, as a fellow adoptee, I appreciated it myself. So
Thank
you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciated your show, and I really hope people come out to see it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Becky Miller, and I just saw Are We Not Human? And I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Kieran Brown of Duck Bits, and I'm Ilana Gustafson Turner.
Fantastic. How did this show originate? What started it off?
Well, Lana and I have been working together for about 6 years and collaborating, and we just have always made each other laugh. And so we said it was time to put together a clown show. We've been both studying clown for a long time and studying together, so yeah.
Fantastic.
And the Hollywood Fringe was definitely an opportunity to get this project started, so we took advantage of it. So.
Have you guys done Fringe festivals before in the past?
No. You've done a festival before, but not together. So. Yeah.
How are you liking the Hollywood Fringe festivals?
It's great. It's been, there's such a nice energy in LA, and it's nice to have kind of an audience base built in. So for something that's new, it's nice to, it's a nice opportunity. Yeah, it feels like there's a real theater crowd, in LA. It's like we're all coming out of the woodwork. So it's exciting. Yeah.
What do you want audiences to know about your show? What do you want them to...
Well, it's really about the odd side of humanity, the odd that's in us all and the fool that's in us all, and we just want to celebrate that. And we say if you grew up your whole lives not ever knowing the word no, who would you be then? And that's kind of how we play and where we originate from.
Fantastic. And what other showtimes and show dates can people come out and see it?
So we have one more weekend. We have Friday, the 24th at 8 o'clock, and we have the 25th at 10 o'clock.
Are those both here at the lounge?
And they're here at the lounge.
Perfect. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
It's a fantastic show. Please come out and see it. All right. Thanks. Bye.
I'll direct my own stuff because then it's a little too.
That's true. Hello, Fringers. This is Ryan Karloff, your Fringe correspondent in the field. We're at the Ruby Theater at the Complex. I just got done seeing Of People and Not Things. It was absolutely incredible. It's really difficult to put into words, so I'm going to let the writer-performer Andrew Hungerford do it. And here he is, folks.
Hi there. We like to say Of People Not Things is a post-apocalyptic love story. It's got a little bit of mystery to it, a little bit of love story, and it's an intimate apocalypse, is what we like to say. So we ask the question, the end of a relationship can feel like the end of the world, but what if that's what actually happened? Instead of just feeling it, so we explore both the literal and metaphorical end of the world, but it's way funnier than that sounds.
It is.
So it's two interwoven monologues with subjective viewpoints, and we ask the audience to decide for itself where the objective truth lies. It's inspired by works like Will Eno's Tom Paine, and works by Brian Friel, David Foster Wallace, and also singer-songwriter Andrew Bird's album Mysterious Production of Eggs. And so we're in the Complex. We've got 2 shows left. One is Sunday, June 19th at 8:30 p.m. and the last show is June 20th at 8:15 p.m. We hope you'll come out and give it a try.
At the Ruby Theater Complex, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're at the Complex.
I loved it, guys. It's funny, and this guy's a great actor and an even better writer, so I hope you guys all come out and see it. Take care. This is Ryan Karloff signing off.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Stacey Jones. I'm at Actors Circle where I just saw Pulp Shakespeare, and I'm here with the director, Jordan Monsell.
Hi there.
So how was it tonight?
It was hot. The AC wasn't working, but no, we had a great audience. The audiences keep getting better, and yeah, we liked it. We think we had a good time.
Great. So tell me about what Pulp Shakespeare is all about.
Well, it's a classic mashup. We took a cult film that everyone knows, Pulp Fiction, or everyone should know, and we combined it with William Shakespeare's language. And it was first done a few years ago in 2009 at the Minnesota Fringe Festival. As far as I know, that's the only show that has been done anywhere, so I know this is the West Coast premiere of it. And it really works. You wouldn't think that those two things would go so well together, but they really do. So yeah,
They really do. It was really
Yeah.
actually quite surprising, but also very funny. So it's really cool.
Yeah, well, you do see some Shakespearean productions today, like Hamlet and the Scottish play, where instead of swords you're using guns. Well, we're using, we've reversed that.
Yeah, that's
so we've
pretty
gone
cool.
back in time instead of forward in time. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your production company.
Well, it's very new actually. I just formed it at the beginning of the year, this spring, because I knew that I wanted to do something for the Fringe Festival. I saw a great show last year, and this was the second annual, and I figured that this was the best time of any to start my own company, and got some great actors involved. So we hope to do more shows in the future.
And what's your company called?
It's called Her Majesty's Secret Players. I was a big James Bond fan growing up, and since we're kind of doing this mashup between a movie and Shakespeare, kind of took James Bond, who's this classic film character, and we mashed it up and made him look like Shakespeare on our company logo. So
That's great. So
yeah.
you're all about combining lots of great things into better things.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly, yeah.
That's cool. So tell me about when people can come to see your show. You have more performances, right?
We do. We have a performance tomorrow night. Let me just look at that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right. So we have performance tomorrow night at 7, and then that will be Sunday, and then the 24th, 25th, and 26th. So that's next weekend. 24th at 7, 25th at 11 o'clock, and then our final show on the 26th, which is Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. a matinee.
That's great.
And you can get tickets online or right outside the Actors Circle Theater here on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Great. Well, Jordan, it was a great show. I highly enjoyed it, and
Great,
I hope
thanks.
a lot of people come out to see it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Fringe.
Cool. Thanks so much.